What is good, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Macaball Games, Master of None, and as always, I'm here to bring you guys quality content. And welcome to the interview with creatives, starring TheDark25, who should be here soon. If you don't know what the interview with creatives is, interview with creatives is a continuing uh, interview segment that I started back in 2021, and I didn't do it any at all during 2022, so I really fucked that up. Thank you, Minor. Appreciate the support. Um, but we. I hope that you guys have been enjoying for real, honestly. Hopefully, my phone doesn't die. Dark, what's good, my friend? How you doing?
Good.
Yes,
Been a
sir.
minute. Been a minute.
On all platforms,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There we go. How we doing today, my friend?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Just got off work not too long ago.
Mm,
So, from grind to the next, how
right.
that goes.
Nah, I feel that. I took a nap. I've been asleep for the last 2 hours, hour and a half. But I'm always asleep before these things. I mean, I'm tired. You work all day. You got to get a little nap in. Let me fix that.
Hey, you wake, you ready to go.
Oh, I'm not ready to go anywhere. I'm ready to go back to
You know.
sleep, baby. But anything besides that, I'm not ready for anything. But I appreciate you doing this and coming back to it after 2 years. So.
Yeah, man. Yes, man. 2 years. Damn. Just like you blink your eyes
No,
and boom.
yeah,
two
right.
years later.
I mean, honestly, it felt like a year ago. Since I started it, because when I started it back up, I was like, didn't I do this last year? And I'm like, I don't remember doing any of these interviews last year. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I started it sometime in
Mm.
2021. I'm like, well, 2021 was just last week, but it's 2023 now. So we just like, this time is going. You get
Yeah.
older, your streams get, more, better or worse, I guess, depending on how you see it. So, what has
Mm-hmm.
changed for you since the last time we talked? Yeah,
Lost my beard.
yeah, we know.
Uh,
We can tell. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck that shit went to.
oh,
Probably walk back to New York.
you know. Yeah,
Right.
where's it at? Front door was open, so I guess it just left. Whatever.
I know.
But what's changed is mainly just my location now. I got better internet,
Hmm.
so there's that. Made up another state, stream wise, the growth, the community, the people coming through,
Right.
showing love and support, and just hanging out. Yeah,
Mm.
that's mostly what's changed for me. I'm wild things on my stream and
No,
stuff. So
I feel that. Now,
yeah.
are you feeling like because now that you've moved and you have better internet that's not Spectrum, I think that's what you had, you know,
Uh,
Optimum.
Optimum.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, do you feel like that's increased your quality of your content? Like, are you able to do whatever you want now more so?
Um, I'm able to do it without having to worry about, my stream freezing or people like, hey, what's going on with the stream? Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there talking, thinking everything is fine, and boom,
Mm,
stream is stuttering or just the drop frames, and I'm just like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now my stream is just go, go, go. I don't even have to check. Before I used to have it in Creator, the dashboard, so that I could see, when it was
mm.
dropping. Now I don't even use that. I just
Yeah,
stream. Yeah, but it's get on the
that's good. For those who are here, appreciate y'all for being here. If you want to ask Dark a question, do use the question mark message bubble at the bottom, and we'll ask them. Maybe ask some of them. Maybe ask them all. Whatever, depends on how I feel at the end of this. If you have a question, um, yeah, good internet is important. I know, and I know I have okay internet. I'm not gonna say I have the greatest internet, but I have okay internet. Um, I have Verizon Fios, and that has been really helpful, especially when you hook to that Ethernet cord, that Ethernet plug. But when I forget to plug in the Ethernet, I suffer so much, and it's stupid because I mean the last time I did it was like I'm over here, just chatting it up, like yeah, this is that, and this and that, and then I come, I'm looking, and I turn to see my stream, and I'm over here going, I'm like, yo, why nobody say nothing? And they're like, well, I thought everything was all right. Like it don't look like it's all right. You know what I'm saying? So it
Meanwhile,
was a good, man.
yeah, me, it's messed up, and you thinking everything's fine, and the next thing you know, you read the messages, and people are going off like, "Yo, look at the
I
stream," and
wish,
you like,
I wish my community was that helpful, but I don't know about that one, Chief. Unhelpful bastards. Like over here trying to give y'all content, and y'all throw my content in the trash. Like I wasn't paying attention
I
to it.
mean,
Man,
maybe they think it's part, you know, maybe it was redeemed.
I ain't got no shitty ass internet or shitty ass stream redeems around here, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that one. Um, people,
That's how you got played
people,
off.
man, I swear. Do you feel like uh your community growth? You said that your community growth has been growing like exponentially. Do you feel like you know it has welcome in,
Yeah, it
y'all.
was DJ.
Um, do you
Mm-hmm.
feel like your growth is moving exponentially like in the way that you want it to? Do you feel like it's too slow? Like if you compare right now to last year, do you feel like last year was a great content creation journey for you, or was it like lackluster and
Um, even like before last year, I'll say when I
Mhm.
first started streaming, I didn't think that people would come to my streams. I was like, there's so many other streams going on, and I'm new, and my I was streaming from the PS4 camera, so I didn't have the nice over stuff. But then I was just my growth has just been growing
Mhm.
rapidly, faster than I thought, and you know I'm real humble. Like I'm not looking like, oh man, damn, look at my numbers, look at my numbers. I try not to look at the numbers, but when you first starting out, you look at the numbers and you're like, damn, nobody's in here. But I just kept going, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. I'll jump in other people's streams, ask questions, so maybe I could take
Mhm.
that back and improve my streams, and look at my stream and say, okay, what can I tweak here to make it better? So, doing a little bit goes a long way. So
Mhm.
growth wise, I've been happy with my growth, and peaks and valleys, ups and downs. Sometimes you have like, oh damn, I got 20 followers this week, and then next week you only get like one if none, one if any. So I'm just like, I take it for whatever it is, and I just try
Mhm.
not to focus on that. Although, right there in your face, Twitch tells you after every stream, hey, guess what? 0 followers. I'm like,
Excuse me.
okay.
No, I get that. I mean, I know all about growth. I know I tell people this a lot. Like last year was not a good year for me in content creation. Like I wasn't reaching any of the numbers I wanted to. I wasn't reaching anybody that I wanted to. I was growing, but I was definitely in a very big slump that last year. So, I feel like for you personally, in my eyes, you keep doing what you're doing, and you like to be humble, which is a good. Like people like to come for that, but you're not. You're you in your streams, and you're you outside your streams. You give people the time of day, mostly outside your streams if you can, I guess. But but
Mhm.
you're not like Perp. Perp is a just chatter streamer. You know what I'm saying? You're the combination of what I try to strive to be. Like you can still talk to your chat, but you can still play games at the same time. But a lot of people I feel like come for you
Yeah.
to see you play games, but they also play games with you because you play a lot of games
Yeah.
that focus on. like fighting games, so and stuff like that. But they also know, when you're playing a single player game, that your goal is to be, get all the trophies. You call yourself a platinum gamer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm in it for the challenge. I love it. Yeah, that's like uh, hitting on that. I actually had a viewer. He came to my stream and he seemed like I was focused on the game I was playing. Like I was just locked in, and I'm just like that. And the chat is going off, and he's like, he was like, damn, he thought I was boring, but he seen that I was focused, and so the chat start telling him, nah, he's just focused on the game because he's trying to. This is on the
Uh-huh.
hardest setting, so he's trying to. So then he started coming back to my streams and he was like, yo, I see what people were seeing. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, sometimes you gotta rock in a person's stream more than once to really, get the vibe of who that person
Uh-huh.
is,
I think
So
that also comes from having a good community. It's the community that helped out at the end of the day,
yeah.
to bring that person back. Not everybody has a great community that understands or has a community at all that just, is just there vibing with that specific person to, say and explain,
That's
hey, as you said, this person is this way and they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? For, whatever reason it is. And for them to come back is great. You know what I'm saying? So that means your community is doing their job
yeah.
as your community, you know? Um, and not, like I said, not everybody has that. So, we all strive to have
That's,
a great community that is understanding, that is, not as toxic as the other people's. There are toxic communities that out there. I think Crew talked about this, going into somebody's stream, but the chat was just really toxic and the person streaming is toxic. Like, you don't want to be in that type of environment. You know what I mean? No matter whether the chat is, cool and positive, but the streamer isn't, or the streamer is cool and positive, but the chat isn't. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, you're not gonna come back. So I think that,
yep.
community is always
Mm-hmm.
important, and you're doing right by your community at the end of the day. Um,
Thank you. Yeah.
do you have any projects of yours that you would like to share? Like, since.
Pretty much, stream wise, I just go like with the flow. Like, I don't really set any goals for like numbers or like where I want to be within, a set amount of time. I just kind of go with the flow and I just go off of that. So I just will feel every now and then, okay, you know what? I
Mhm,
want to switch things up. Um, I don't have any major things down the pipeline. The only thing I've been thinking about is doing a 24-hour stream. I was asked a couple times last year, and I was like, maybe. But I know I could do a 24-hour stream. I just haven't sat down and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this stream thing,
mhm,
so 24 hours. But I think I could do that. But my 24-hour stream is not, I'm not going to be sleeping. I'm
mhm,
going to be up. So I'm going to be, games, got to go dip in the shower for a while. So I hit that, be right back, y'all. But I'm just gaming the whole
mhm.
stream. So if anything,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I actually too, I want to do probably some giveaways and stuff, like give back to people, because a lot of people supported me, and a lot of people actually helped me go from being on the PS4 and the camera to I have my own self built
Mhm,
PC. I have better lighting and microphone, and I got just I started upgrading little by little, and the community
mhm,
helped me with that a lot. Like they helped me
mhm.
hitbox. So
Well, you heard him, man. He trying to do big things. He got a whole PC, but he ain't playing with the rest of us. It's crazy. How you got a whole PC but not playing PC games with the rest of us? Join us, Dark.
yeah, he'd
I'm
say the
just
same
saying,
thing.
like, you got a whole PC you use it for streaming only. Come on now, man. You got games you can be playing on with us.
I'm an old head. I'm a console. I know a lot of old heads do have switched to PC, but me, I just love playing on the console because I don't want to be doing like I be seeing people. Oh man, I gotta fix the lighting and I gotta lower this to get the. Oh man, this is the frame rate is. Oh, I gotta. I don't want to do all that. I just want to put the damn game in. Okay, I got to install. Okay, I got that. But after that, I can hit start, play the damn game, and that's it.
That,
You know.
that sounds like a punk ass to me.
I,
You supposed to be from New York, sir. Fuck all that shit. You supposed to kick that fucking PC in the ass. Like, fuck you. What you ain't working for?
He's console.
Crazy,
That's it.
man. No, like I said, it all comes back to community. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you do, everything that you gain is from community. I mean, a lot of people, including myself, has gotten everything, by themselves. Just from my own money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a lot of you know, subathons and stuff and so forth. I don't get like subscriptions every day, every week, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of stuff that comes out of my own money, and I'm just trying to build my own content to cater to my audience.
Yeah. So you got to
Yeah.
moving that
Right,
cash.
exactly. So,
But
I'm glad to see and hear that you're again a community is helping you for your own growth, and maybe they'll get you, maybe it'll keep helping you grow to get yourself a second PC so you can stop complaining about why your first PC can't play these games. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got two PCs, and now you ain't got no excuses. Welcome in, Cassandra.
my PC can play
Yeah, I
games,
bet it.
but I just haven't done it.
I bet.
Calvin has. I've done it once, so maybe who knows? Maybe down the line I'll play a PC game. Don't quote me on that. If Yaz was here, she'd say don't turn to the dark side.
Man. I think that to 24-hour streams is not difficult. I've seen,
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of different ways of how it's done. I've done one myself. You know, um, but we here for it. Just let us know. We always trying to support fellow streamers and such when they go through these types of things because really those are damn, I don't know the word. I was gonna say like a triathlon, but that's not what I was thinking of. But those are really tough if you don't know what you're doing. If I think the last time I did a 24-hour stream was tough. The first one was easy. Um, the first one was the easiest one, but yeah, if you don't get enough sleep and all that other stuff, you fuck. But I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
The longest I've done is 15 hours so far.
I mean,
yeah. But I game like on the regular. Even before streaming, I used to sit and I would play a game, and the next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm like, oh damn, I played this game for 10 hours.
right. Okay. So you ain't really got much of a problem, honestly.
I know it's just me sitting down and saying this is from this day to this day. I'm a stream and then doing it. So that's all it is with me.
Yep. Do you feel like you've been putting the effort and time into your content creation as you wished?
Honestly, no. The time that I wanted, actually, too, I think a big part of it for me was like when I moved. Still getting things situated, moving in, and just finding that time. And then with my job too, your job takes about so much of your time. But for me, I have months where we have peak season, so I'll be doing like a 10 to 12-hour shift. So after that, then you don't want to edit no videos. You like I'm ready to shower and go to bed,
right.
Go to bed or whatever. So me, streaming wise, I kind of fell off. Like I used to stream every day. Every day. And I used to stream for like 8 hours, 6 hours, and no problem. But as of now, late, I haven't been streaming like I want to. So right now, I'm trying to get back to that. And so I'm just like working on that, like getting back into my routine, what I would call my routine of streaming. And then I'm also trying to do my YouTube stuff. And I see, how it is. When you do everything and you do it, it's so like draining. But at the same time, you have to have that mentality where it's like, if I'm doing this at my job, I need to give the same energy to doing something that I really enjoy. So, yeah, it's a little tired, but I'm going to do it because I'm not just going to let my job absorb all of my energy. I got to channel my energy into something that I'm passionate about and that I actually really enjoy doing. So I'm trying to do that now with segue into like YouTube. So I'm trying to get like you with the Instagram. I'll be like, damn, this dude Matt be on it with Instagram. Like he posted Twitter. I'm like, geez, I got to get like that. So it's me just trying to work to get to that
I
level.
mean, I'm pretty sure that you can do it. You know, when I actually had somebody recently ask me that question. Um, they wanted to. I'm not really sure exactly what they meant. I didn't really go into details about it, but they was like, I wanted to join your group. I assume the OnlyFans as a group. I'm not really sure. And they asked me, there's like, I would like to join a group, but I haven't been making content like I want to, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm always working and so forth and so forth. And I was just like, "Are you asking me for advice?" Because I was confused. Welcome in, Alpha. I was
Yeah.
confused. Like he was like, "No, I'm not asking for advice." I guess he was kind of like venting or something like that. But I just told him like, I understand how tough it is to have a job and then try to stream. And as you said, you put so much energy into your job, and then you come home and you just don't want to do anything. And I suffer from that all the time. A lot of my a
Yep.
lot of my I I don't want to say I don't want to say I'm lazy with making content, but like it gets tiring after a while. And when I'm at work, I'm making
Yeah.
content, trying to whenever I go
Mm-hmm.
home, I I made a trailer for my tournament that I'm trying to do. I did that on my phone at work, you know. I worked on it a little bit at home, but when I get home, I'm trying to make content for, Twitch and stuff. So I'm trying to stream, you know what I'm saying? So, um, I'm not saying no, nobody gets excuses because if you put the time, if you really put yourself into it, you put your time and energy into the stuff that you create, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
But, everybody has you know, their motivations, everybody has their limitations as well with
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah.
And sometimes some jobs just get you so tired that you don't want to do anything. And if you're working like 12 hours a day, you're not gonna try, like you said, you're not gonna try to do any, editing and all this other stuff. But I'm glad to hear that you're striving to get back to, trying to get back to what you want. Because I know you did, I know you did a stream a day for January, and I can imagine that was tough for you, um, especially, you know
Almost missed it.
moving and then having to do that and then but at various hours you're even doing this how many hours you're doing this many hours, but as long as you're putting the content out there, that's the most important thing. And I tell people, like, when it comes to making clips and stuff, as long as you clipping, as long as you're, the people, your community's clipping, because I know they're clipping, you know what I'm saying? You can make content, you can post these things. It takes me
Yeah.
like, depending on what it is, it takes me like a minute and 30 seconds to completely make a video and post it on Instagram. It doesn't take me long, you know what I'm saying? But that may not be the same for everybody, because
Yeah.
everybody don't know how to do it, or everybody just don't have the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I say don't give yourself any excuses, for why you shouldn't do anything, um, for any reason.
Yeah.
Um, and
Mm-hmm. You know what it is? Some of us are perfectionists. So like me, when I was first, shout out to actually, he's in the chat, Alpha, who kept asking me about YouTube, and I was like, you know what, this dude is right. Let me sit and try this out. So, and you actually helped me out a lot too, Mac, with DaVinci
mhm,
Resolve when you put me onto that, me and Blasphemy onto that, and I was like, oh, let me try out this program that Mac was talking about. So I went, I downloaded it, and I watched the YouTube video. And so now I'm sitting there editing my first video ever that I've actually sat and put time in editing. And I'm like, yo, damn, it was simple stuff to do, but the way I was like, damn, I don't
yeah.
like the way I sound in this clip. I don't like the way this and that. And this. So I had to just say, you know what? I need to stop. I need to just put out
Mhm,
something that's watchable and the sound is okay. Stop trying to make it
right.
100% perfect. So I was like, what happens is if I keep doing this repetition, I'll get better the more I do it, and
Mhm,
I'll learn from my mistakes. And I don't mind constructive criticism too. So if somebody put something in the comment and you say, "Oh man, that you was talking too fast," I'm like, "Okay, maybe I was. Let me go back and look
mhm,
at it and see." Okay, you know, and then try to be better
right.
as I go on with each
I
video.
I do agree. I would think I'm definitely that type of perfectionist when it comes to making clips and stuff, and that's why I just stopped caring about my clips. Because I'll sit. I mean, I don't. In some clips I never have posted, but I've made, you know what I'm saying, just because of those types of reasonings, you know, whether what the sound quality was bad, or I didn't sound good, or the game didn't sound good, or, you know, my game was all choppy. Um, you know, depending on what the situation is, I'm still gonna make the comment, not the comment, the content anyways, you know what I'm saying? Because um one of the biggest one of the biggest things about making content on YouTube, I think, is the editing and the editing process and people trying to
Yeah.
be like everybody else. And you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You gotta start
Nope.
somewhere first and then gradually gain that knowledge on how to edit videos. Like, you know, Jay Keller, the Demon, you know, he went to school for the editing, you know what I'm saying? So he got a little background on editing, and he does YouTube most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So he already had a little bit of knowledge before he started streaming to do these types of YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? So
But
that's why his videos are good. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for the rest of us that
yeah.
are, you know, in into enrolled in YouTube University, you know, there's a
Yeah.
different type of thing there. You know, you learn a little bit slower, and not everybody has the same knowledge, and some people who do have the same knowledge in different ways. You watch 40-minute video of them telling you how to, you know, copy paste, or you watch in a 10-minute video of somebody telling you how to copy paste, and they give you the same information, but they give you different bite size parts. And, you know, for me, sitting down watching YouTube videos, it's a lot. Because now I got to sit there and watch an hour-long YouTube
Yeah.
video on how to use DaVinci Resolve when I could just be sitting there like, well, I could just be streaming right now, and then my ass goes to streaming, and I'm doing that for 8 hours. And, you know, streaming and all that stuff, if you stream for 8 hours, you can stream for 8 hours, 4 hours, and edit for 4 hours. Um, you know, it's all about time management when it comes to streaming, and I don't think a lot of people don't understand that, especially with people who are viewers who view like YouTube creators and stuff like, why are you ain't putting another video out? Why you only got one video this week? Like, you got work, you got a family, maybe you got this and that, and you know it's and then you and all out of all that you got a network, whether that's in Discord, whether that's in
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter. You got to do that on actual Twitch or YouTube, whatever it is. You got to find time to communicate with people to still grow yourself as well, because just streaming ain't it. You know, that's not how you build a
Nope.
community. So
Nope.
I still fall short on that. I still fall short on that, but I'm trying, and I can't really give myself an excuse. But, you know, keep doing what you are doing, and, you know, all that stuff will come. You know what I'm saying? Like the editing portion, you know, perfection, being a perfectionist at this, you know, no one's you know, I've seen, they show videos of, you know, big YouTubers, big content creators, and where they started from. You know, they started
Yeah.
from some
Yeah.
crazy shitty ass levels of shitty. You know what I'm saying? No one has expected you to be the next, you know, whoever it is.
That.
You know, you're supposed to be. First of all, you're supposed to be yourself, and, you know, starting from like where you started from, just being a console streamer, starting from the console, only on console, and being here where you're having a new PC. It shows your growth as a person, and it shows your growth as a content creator with your community, that people want to be with you on that journey and see
Yeah.
you grow and step it up every time, and uh, they can share that happiness and that achievement with you. And that's what I would love to have as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could sit here and buy myself a new PC at any time, maybe if I had more money, but, you know, I'm just adding all this little stuff here that I add to my stream. It doesn't really come from the community, so they're not really having that same achievement. They're just saying, "Oh, he must got money now." You know what I'm saying? No, I'm poor. I need money to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to, for me personally, I'm trying to make sure that my equipment is giving me the amount of success that I put into it. I guess the money that I put into it. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not, then I'm just gonna be suffering all day. I'm gonna have, a $2,000 PC and just sit here as a paperweight and whatnot. Mm.
See, the thing too, Mac, is that you got to give yourself credit for too, is that you know that it doesn't really matter about all of the bells and whistles that you have
Mm-hmm.
going on in your stream if you are not, because you're
Right.
supposed to be the center of your stream. So people are coming in, they seeing all this fancy stuff going on, but then you just did like this, and this is like a, it's like, damn, this dude got a dope stream, but he's boring
Mm-hmm.
as hell. I'm not coming back here, so it's Asian. It's kind of um like how when I first met you, I met you through I believe
Mm-hmm.
somebody had raided you, and you was playing Resident Evil. I think it was Resident Evil.
I don't
I forget
remember.
which one was it. You was
I don't
playing
remember.
whatever Resident Evil where the dudes look like they naked and in the laboratory. I think it was Resident
Mm,
Evil 3, not 3. It was one of these Resident. I can't
yeah,
remember which one. It's
it's
so
a
damn many of
lot.
them. And that's yeah. It'll
Mm-hmm.
come to me eventually. It's the one where you use the big laser to fight that big
I think that I think
monster.
that's Nemesis.
You have to use
No,
like
I think that's three. Yeah, I think that's the one with Nemesis because Nemesis was
this.
yeah, it wasn't Mr. X.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it was, either way to get to the point. When I came to the stream, I was
Mm.
dying laughing, man. Like you had me, and I was like, "Yo, this dude is funny, man." And then I had took your stream and I posted it in the chat with like my brothers. I was like, "Yo, come check this dude out, man. He's hilarious, man." That's how I stumbled upon your stream, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep coming back here because this
I
dude,
appreciate that.
you know, that yeah." I want to be on that level, like with that humor, like, and you wasn't even like trying, like some people that try hard. You was just naturally talking
Mm.
about what's going on in the game. So,
No, I
yeah,
appreciate that. Like even though I still haven't reached my own goals, like with that, because like I say, I'm not for everybody. You know what I mean? And I see it all the time.
yeah,
I had 600 followers, and I dropped out of 600 back to 598, and I don't look at numbers all the time. Like it was, I whenever I'm in the zone of in the hundreds, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm close to 400 or close to 500 or whatever, that's when I start paying attention to the numbers. And then that's when I notice number going up and down. But normally when I'm in the middle,
yeah,
it's just like, okay, I'm growing or I'm, not growing, I guess, but I don't care. But, I know that some people come to my streams for certain games, and I try to. I feel like my name suggests that I don't just play one single game all the time, but I don't play the same game every day. So when you come to my stream, you're not going to see me play whatever it is.
I
You know what
dig
I'm
it.
saying? I'm not you. I'm not trying to platinum in the game. I'm just trying to sit here and enjoy the game and play with other people. And then tomorrow I'll be on
Yeah,
something else. I'm inconsistent, but that's a part of what it means to be a variety streamer. You know what I'm saying? Like if I stuck to one game, maybe I would probably keep more people. But then at the end of the day, I done beat Resident Evil. I done beat Resident Evil 4, 3, 2, 1, fuck 0, 6. you know, um, so I done passed that. So at the end of the day, it's the community that keeps you there, and you and Perp have the one of the best networking skills I think I've seen. Um, in terms of how to network with people, to be in other people's streams, to talk to people, to share their stuff when you find it funny. Because I think I try to do that, but I also haven't really been seeing a lot more new people on Instagram and stuff. Like I see the same people I already know, but if I on Instagram, because that's how I met a couple of people was through Instagram, and seeing their stuff. I know Tanair is my favorite story about that because the way I met Tanair was he just popped on my feed. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny as shit, and I forgot how I communicated with him, but I think I commented and he hit me back up and we started talking or whatever. But I thought he was funny. That was my type of humor, and so I shared his stuff as well. So I haven't done that in a while because I haven't had anybody that I've seen that I care to that I don't already follow stuff that I felt like, oh, I want to
Yeah.
share with the world and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Therapeutical. I appreciate that follow. Um, I haven't really found people like that yet for a while. It's been a year or some change, I feel like. So, you know.
But you know what? You can't not well you can if you want to, but I'm saying sometimes you just got to keep going because not sometimes I feel that all the time you have to keep going because it's like Niano-san knows at every end of my stream I always say the same few lines that
Mhm.
every expert was once a beginner, and I just want people that are new to the stream or old to the stream just to know that you have to wake up sometime and just say, you know what, I might suck at this,
Right.
but I'm gonna try it at least. I can at least try it. If I fail, okay, I fail. But me personally, I'd rather fail at
Mhm.
trying than fail at not trying. So it's just to just get out there and do it. And like some people, like what you said, like with the numbers, they go up and down. I actually had a guy that he started out streaming before me, and so I had made like a group with a
Mhm.
couple of friends, and we were on Facebook. And one came in and he was mad, and I was like, he didn't tell us why he was mad. So like the next day we were in the group talking, and I said, hey man, I hope you're feeling better. And he goes, oh, I'm all right. He's like, oh, you know what, to tell you the truth, what it was you and such, y'all grew way past me, and I started before y'all, and I'm always helping everybody, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. How you guys so like past me in numbers? And he was mad at that, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm about to stream, but I will on PS3, and before I stream, me and you can talk, and I can tell you some of the things I've been doing that
Mhm.
I feel have been working for me in my stream. He never joined. I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'll leave it at that. I was like, I as somebody's success over mine. It's just
Mhm.
everybody is different, and everybody has their at whenever they do. And then sometimes you just got to look at what you're doing, and it's okay. I'm only playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty oversaturated. They'll go to the top person playing Call of Duty because they're like, oh, Mac, he gets 10 kills with one bullet every game. You take
Right.
5 games to get 3 kills. So you, like
No, I mean you're definitely right. I think I would have like I noticed. I don't know. I've only come across certain people that feel like that. Um, I'm not one of those people who people are feeling that way against. I guess like, oh Mac, you're so growing so far. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I think that when I see other people's streams and I see everybody hitting 1,000, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I wish I could be there. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think there's something wrong with being, having jealousy, but I feel like for me personally, I am one of those people that I see people and I want to be in that same range as they are, but I don't want to take that from them, and then give it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I would love them to keep growing, but I also want to grow as well.
yeah.
But of course, I felt like that too. I mean, I've always had my days where I'm just like, damn, Dark over here with like 50 people in his chat. I'm over here struggling with one. You're gonna feel like that, but you you could also say that the same thing about, I don't fucking know, the other people on Twitch that got 40,000 people. You could be jealous of that too. But this is different when these people, and as you said, it's like, oh, I started first. There's a couple of people that I know that has started a long time ago, and their growth is just stagnant. and it says something about them, and it says something about their networking, and it says something about their content creation, and whether or not they spread themselves everywhere. There's so many things that it's not just, oh well, I can't believe you reached and did have these numbers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome in, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. If you have a question for Dark, definitely drop it below where the question mark and the message bubble is, and I'll definitely either possibly kind of sort of get to that. Um, but it's so much going into content creation that people don't see. Like, are they in your channel to see the growth that that they see that what you're doing specifically? Because excuse me, it's also about networking and perp. From perp's experience. Well, like I said earlier, you and Perp has the best networking skills that I've noticed with, when it comes to content creation, because you're in people's chats, you talking to people, you helping people out, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just you streaming and them watching you. It's more than that. It's a community. You have fun. You play games together. You know what I'm saying? So you build your community that way. They beat your ass. They teach you something. Then you come out and beat their ass, and it's a competition between, depending on the content that you try to make. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So everybody's way of doing their content is different. And like I said with Perk last time, her thing is just chatting. She talks to her stream. She is empathetic for what they're dealing with, whether it's good or bad, and all this other stuff. She's trying to help. She's trying to get to know because she wants to learn about you. You know what I'm saying? So your methods are different. You do different things, but your networking skills is incredible. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta be when it comes to streaming. And not everybody's able to do that. And like I told Perp last time, I'm not the best at it. When I end my stream, I want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? If I stream for less,
Yeah.
maybe I could stay in a person's stream for longer. But you know what I'm saying? I just suffer from that, and that's the entirety of streaming is or making content and growth is not just making content, and people are unable to see that. If you're not communicating with your community, you're not going to build a community. If you're not talking to them and all this other stuff. And like you said, you said, hey, I'm about to stop. What I usually do before stream, talk to you about what I usually do. You know what I'm saying, to help you out, and they could have took the advantage of that. But people are so
Yeah.
prideful that they're unable to accept help. And I'm like,
Yeah.
people are so willing to listen to these folks out here talking about, I know how to grow in 25 days, or get 100 people following me, or whatever it is, or like I know how to get like 1,000 likes on TikTok or whatever it is, and they'll be more willing to listen to them than listen to somebody that's from humble beginnings that did what you did. And you have, it's the same stupidness that floods the streets. You know what I'm saying? You got that one dude that, like, you both grew up together. You both you friendly and shit, like, you both fam, and you both go up in the hood, and then one of you get an education, but the other one didn't make it out. Now the one that didn't make it out, like, damn, oh, you think you all that now? You got an education, like, bro, you could have got an education too, but you didn't go the same route that I did. I'm doing different moves, but hey, now that I'm up here and I know what the fuck I'm not gonna do, and I'm gonna learn from my mistakes, I can tell you how to do it. Nah, I don't need any of that. I got the hood for me, I ain't gonna never betray the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like this. So I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
you got all these people around you. You got all these people that are growing and stuff like that. You have no time to be jealous. And some person like yourself, who is willing to be open and say, "Hey, this is how I think I grew. This is how I do things." More than anybody else would. That's like unhelpful. Because there are streamers who are growing and stuff like that are just really big. They won't even say or give you a time of day. You know what I'm saying? Um,
They'll talk to you or whatever. Like, no. For me, what it is like I'm always, when I first started doing streaming, I have a home knowledge, so I was always on YouTube trying to learn things where I didn't have to break the bank to do. and so once I learned those things, like how to put the death count in the stream and all this other stuff, anybody that ever come to my stream, I say, if y'all like anything you see in my stream, feel free to ask me. I don't mind sharing the information because I rather save you that struggle that I went through and learning it, so that you can just go and boom, learn it, and then maybe you'll pass it on and show somebody else it. So I don't mind passing on the knowledge, and people are like, oh, you telling it for free? Yeah, because I don't, and it's if it can help you out, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna help you out, and like I think for me too with networking, one thing that's helped me with networking too is ever since I got rated, one time I got rated by this big streamer, and he brought like almost 500 people in my room. You was there that day. And from that day on, I was like, you know what? Every stream that I stream, no matter how I feel, I'm always going to raid out to somebody. And so every stream that I stream from then to now, within 2 years, I've always rated out. The only time I won't raid out is if there's something wrong with the stream and it's not working the raid thing. But not to say do that, but it is a good way to pass the torch on to somebody who, like, I usually raise smaller streamers because they're just starting out, and some of them have been doing it and they're just getting discouraged, like, dang, nobody's coming through. I just pass them the torch and be like, hey, you never know, somebody might
Right.
come through. They came through for me, so I'm a you. And usually I'll say this: when you want to raise somebody, go in their stream and watch it for a few minutes and feel the vibe, because sometimes you're rated to a stream and you like, damn, I should have never rated this
Yeah.
stream. I've only had you know where I was like, damn, I should have never rated this stream. But, it's just me. I like to actually pass on the torch and let people feel the same feeling I felt when I was,
Mm-hmm.
just starting out and I didn't have high 3, 7, 8 people in my stream. That's low to some people, but it's high to
Right.
somebody who's just starting out too, because they some people may think, oh, I'm a boring person. I don't think anybody's really going to like me on here and this and that. But it's like, no,
Yeah.
there's somebody for everybody, and not going to be for everybody. And that's cool too,
You're right.
So, yeah. Yeah. hmm Yeah. So that's why it's like, I don't ever have a problem helping people. Like, I just have to, watch what I do. Because sometimes while I'm streaming, I'll actually say, hey, I'll be right back. And I'm helping somebody that something went wrong in their stream. And I'm like, oh, you want to do this? And then I come back to my stream. I'll be like, maybe I should that doing
No, I
it.
mean, it's your stream, and the people who are gonna be there, they're not gonna be there. Um, you know, I
That's true.
I try to raid out, but I haven't sat down and just sat there and said, hey, this is the person I want to raid. No, I haven't raided anybody new, but I feel like my numbers are so low that it don't even matter for me. Like I said, for me personally, I'm not getting like tens and double digits streams. Um, not all the time. Most of the time, it's my movie nights. That's the one where I get the most viewership,
Mm-hmm.
just because people will come through that's looking for that type of thing. I sat down and I looked at the movie night category, and not a lot of people be streaming in there, but they still stream um, random things, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm like, I think yesterday I was like the top when it was like 10 people maybe, so I was like in the top 6 7 maybe of those people streaming, and I was like at four views. And then when um you know it's always, but like you said, it's always important for you to rate out and try to meet new people. I just don't be having, say, even with smaller viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit. Yeah, Mac, I feel like, even think of it this way, Mac. To me, one person can feel like 100
Mm,
people to somebody who has nobody. So even if you, like she said, even if you have a small amount of views, don't even focus on that. Just go in somebody's stream and just say, hey, I'm passing the torch. I got a dip, but I just wanted to bring some people in to check you out. And some people will be like, wow,
hmm
and you never know that person. Let's say hell of a explosion on Twitch, and next thing you know, they're at like 3K, 4K, whatever, and people in the room, they might remember, yo, I remember this dude Mac of all games rating me. Let's go check out Mac of all games, and then boom, next thing you know, yo, you just brought
hmm
80 people in my room or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, man, I, you know, share the love that you showed me when I was, starting out, and I was actually that day, I was
Mm,
actually having a bad day, because I'm for it like, oh man, I wasn't having a really good day, but now I'm really happy. Thank you for bringing people in, and it's like,
mm.
yeah, no problem,
As I
So
said,
it does go.
as I said, you guys are the best networkers that I know. So, I mean, I'm gonna try to start doing that. I'm gonna try to start doing it. I can say that. Um, I actually like 3 questions. I actually like more than 3 questions, but I only actually 3 questions that I actually had wrote down. So, um,
Mhm.
so since you've been streaming since the last time we talked, what do you think has been the most positive of your content creation journey? What has been the most negative?
Um, I would say the most positive are, the people that have come through my stream and have dropped like knowledge, like, people and wanting to push me to do other things that I've actually been had in the back of my head, but didn't really, bring it forward and actually try to make a move into it. Or like, like my YouTube or
Mm,
doing like collabing with somebody or just doing things to do, but I just never got the the energy or whatever to say, okay, I'm really gonna do this. um Negative wise, to be honest, I haven't had
mm,
anything negative, like anything negative really, stream wise has happened to me, that I feel is like, damn, I don't really like this, or not really, you know I mean, some people riffing back and forth in the chat, that's when I'm like, okay, y'all gotta calm down. But other than that, none. My journey, I've been enjoying every day,
mm.
man. Every day that I stream, and I don't care if it. Sometimes, it'll be like 2 or 3 people. I don't care. Like, as long as I'm there and I'm enjoying it, and there's a couple people in there enjoying it
Right.
too, we good.
And
You know, don't be those
and
days.
that's always important. Like I don't ever see how many people I have in my stream. I only know how many people in my been or is in my stream when I raid, and that's what put me in my mindset of maybe I should do that because I have like 2 people here. Yeah. So, I don't ever see how many people in my streams. I get kind of a gist of it whenever I shout somebody out because the button has like all the people that are in your channel. But it also sometimes have people that was in my channel the last time I streamed, which I don't know why. So I'm like, unless I'm just wrong, I'm like, well, this person they didn't say nothing, so they must be hiding. So I don't be shouting those people out. Either or, I don't really do that as much. Um, but to not have a negative about content creation is good. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's growth is different. Everybody's journey is different. But I think the most important is just to be able to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's everybody. Like I said, there's
Hmm.
everybody's different. So the way I think and view things
Yeah.
is different than when you do things. I know my thinking is definitely different than the way Perp views things. Um, so you know, I I don't really have
Yeah.
much to say or add to that. Like as long as you're enjoying yourself and doing what you love at the end of the
Yeah.
day, your content is going to shine. It's going to show through to other people and bring people into your channel. At first it's the fancy graphics. They see you, they see the colors popping, then they come in and then they come in and they see what you're all about. And like you said earlier about the guy coming in and come staying in because of your the channel and your chat. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't, like you said, judge somebody by one stream, but first
Yeah.
impressions are important always. You know what I'm saying?
That's
'Cause
true.
if you can't,
True.
they may not want to come the second or third or fourth time. That they need to actually learn who you are as a person to say, oh, the Mac of all games he's actually a dope person, or the Dark 25, he's actually a great person. It's always about that first
Yeah.
impression, and that goes along with even in real life. Um, and
Yeah.
one of my pet peeves, and this is just something that just bothers me in general. is that I hate meeting new people and not get to know them, and I already start to judge them because of something I smell. So like if I see like somebody, if I see somebody and then like it's some raw fish or it's an onion or something, and I sniff that shit and I saw them at the same time, I'm like, ugh.
Now
I'm
you
like,
gotta that with
now every
them.
time I think of raw onions and
Now
some
you
nasty ass smell, I'm thinking about you. I'm like, damn, but it has nothing to do with you. It's just at that very moment, talking to you and stuff, this had happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's not their fault, but it's like my first impression of you is
yeah.
terrible now because now I can't get onions out of my head or that smell out of my head or you know let's say you farted at the same time you started talking to me. You said
Right.
hello and then I just sniffed that shit like god damn. It's like damn, now
Right.
I associate you with farts all the time. Like it. I I don't think I don't haven't built myself uh for networking like I want to, and that's something I personally have to improve. But like I said, you and Perp had that whole thing down, so y'all can write a book about it. I don't think anybody will follow that. Not everybody though, because a lot of people are shy. A lot of people are not unwilling to do
Yeah.
certain things, and they're too focused on themselves. I'm one of those people that are really focused on myself, but I'm still trying to, I still lurk in people's streams. I don't think I'm in anybody's stream right now, but um, you know, yes, I am. I am at people's
You
streams.
know what you know what it is? You know what it is for me too is I have to say like even at my job, like every day I talk to somebody different every day. Like just about every day. I talk to clients different clients every day and it's like you have to have
Patience.
you have to yeah you have to have patience and you have to have a certain
Mm.
confidence within yourself, and so to be able to talk to anybody and everybody, because anybody can come in your stream and start a conversation with you, and it's up to you if you want to respond and how you want to respond. But also, too, people have to know too that sometimes when you go on somebody's stream, you're getting them, but you're not getting all of them because maybe they had a bad day that day and they're streaming, or maybe they had got a phone call and there was some devastating news, but they're still streaming to try to like work through it and just so you got to come back a few times and it's like like an orange, you got to peel that layer off to get to the other
Mm.
layer of the what's really there. Mhm.
I think
So
that definitely goes both ways because you don't know, and you don't know what the viewer is going through either on that day. They might have came to your stream having that devastating news, and they just wanted to vibe out at someone's channel that they just actively seen. It's like, oh, the Dark 25. Okay, well, he's over here playing something that maybe something that you know that I really like. Let's say you play Resident Evil 3 and somebody's father died and they used to play Resident Evil 3 and then you remind them, that their dad just do this or
yeah,
whatever, but they don't really say nothing. They just come in, they say hi, and then you kind of you just start talking to them and stuff like that. Um, nobody knows the circumstances or situation that anybody's going through on the internet. A lot of people lie. Excuse me. A lot of people
yeah,
lie. They fake their online personas and all this other stuff, and you don't really know. And it's like when I go to work specifically, they want you to be happy all the time. I don't want to be happy all the time. I don't
right,
like being here, some days, you know what I'm saying? But they
yeah,
want you to be happy all the time. Your mother could have died earlier that day. You got to have a smile on your face. Hi, Miss Jordan, and then they really salute the people that can do that type of thing. Let's get a text. Appreciate you coming through.
yeah,
And it's like not everybody's the same. They like to compare. They like to bring out this one person whose husband had died and she had went to work that same day or whatever, or they had died or
mm,
recently died, and they had went to work like the next week or whatever, and it was cheerful and helpful and stuff like that. It's like, oh, look at Susan, she's so she's dealing with all that pain, but she's able to do this and then do that. I'm like, not everybody takes grief the same way. don't expect me to come to work after
Yeah.
somebody I'm close to die and be like, "What's good, y'all? Everything's great. I'm happy." No, that's stupid. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see? I'm gonna be unhappy. You gonna be unhappy too right now because I ain't got time to be smiling in your face when I'm not happy. And there's different people are able to, conceal the way they feel on the inside, and um,
Yeah.
you know, be able to be like that. Not everybody's like that, and I don't.
Yeah.
I think that we live in a world that just don't understand or not willing to understand people. You know what I'm saying? We have so many different people with feelings. We have so many people with, I'm gonna say feelings. Everybody has different feelings on what is right, what is wrong, what they like, what they don't like, and no one's stopping to sit there and say, "I understand what you're doing, what you're going through, or why you're doing this." And there's always, I feel like personally, there's always going to be people that will disagree with however you are feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I may not agree with whatever you're dealing with. I may not agree that everybody should, put on a smile on their face whenever something happened to them to continue working because y'all want me to be here smiling. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You don't want your sales to go down, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want the customer to feel welcomed, and
Yeah.
that
No.
person may have dealt with
Mm-hmm.
it. I think that's what the situation was. I think the person had somebody die in their family or and whatever, and then the person that they talked to was really nice to also had somebody that died in their family, and because they were so nice, it was just like, oh man, this person's ridiculously nice, they're so helpful and just like that. But they had that whole situation going on. I don't care. I'm gonna be upset. Okay, I don't care. A week later, 2 weeks later, a month, we gonna be angry the entire time. We're not coming back from that. Um,
It's like that saying where they say like leave work at work and home at home. Some people are able to do stuff like that. Like they'll leave the pain and stuff that they're feeling, at home. And when they go to work, they're like, okay, I'm here to do a job. I'm just gonna do the job that I'm here to do and I'm gonna get it done. And then when
mhm.
I'm going home, I'm gonna take that time to focus on what I'm going through and
Right.
feel how I feel and just leave from work. And then, like you said, there's some people that are going to go on to work and they're going to bring how they feel into work and be like, I'm not smiling, I'm not singing the happy song, but I come in the morning, all of that stuff. And, that's understandable. We all are different. We all handle things
Uh-huh.
differently. So,
Right.
just
And the
it
people
is.
don't understand that, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna get that from companies. But
Yeah.
that's not the thing.
Mm-mm.
uh, what do you think is your unique quality in your content that can't be found anywhere else?
Damn. hmm. Well, I'm gonna go off with this. I don't know if we can find anywhere else, but I'm usually called like a robot when I'm playing games. Like nothing scares me, nothing like makes me jump. All the jump scares and all that. Like I'm a machine. They call me the machine. For that and for the way I stream. Like people that go, oh, I went to sleep and I woke up and you still on. I don't know if you can find it anywhere else. I wouldn't say. I don't think I don't even know if I would have a quality that I could say you won't find anywhere else other than just when you come to my stream, you're always going to get me. You're not going to get, and I'm not knocking anybody that puts on a character or whatever when they go on stream. That's them. But me, when I come to my stream, I just want to be me. I don't want to put on no show and be all this, oh, hey, everybody, come on down. Thank you. Meanwhile, I'm over there crying in the bathroom. Like, man, I got tuna and like no, you're gonna get me if I'm gonna be crying over there. I'm gonna be right here crying to eating
Right.
my can of tuna. But yeah, I just genuinely try to be me. And like I said too, I don't know if you can. I don't know what quality I would feel. I could say that oh, you ain't getting this nowhere else because you
Right.
know I
I
don't
mean,
know.
at the end of the day, it's what you feel. There's always going to be somebody that's doing something
Yeah.
similar that you're doing because I don't think there's any original ideas in the world, in the sense that like, that there's only one person in the world that thought about light bulbs and created light bulbs. No, it was that one person thought about
Yeah.
light bulbs and put it into action. There's going to be another person that was probably thinking about light bulbs, you know, back in some other country, let's say Russia, but they didn't get to it first. You know what I'm saying? You know, your ideas are not, excuse me, your ideas are not unique in that way. Everybody has unique ways, thoughts, but there's, you know, how do you put it together? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm pretty sure at the, you know, back in the day, people was, everybody was like, man, I wish I could communicate with my family in Russia, or, you know, my family in the Ukraine, and, you know, my family in England, my family in Africa, you know, much easier than, you know, doing this and that, you know. At first they had mail, you know what I'm saying? They was sending off pigeons and shit to deliver mail, you know what I'm saying? And then they started getting people to deliver mail, and now, you know, and then they started getting, you know, beepers, and then they got phones and all this technology and stuff is growing because of a thought that one or more people said, hey, we can try to achieve this. So it's all up to what you
That's,
think is, you know, unique to your content, and, you know, you make it special. You know what I'm saying? It's for you. You know, somebody else could be, you know, I don't know, the light 52. You know what I'm saying? And he
yeah.
could be the direct
Yeah.
opposite and do it every day. You do it, but you know, he over here doing what he doing, and you doing what you doing. So it's all about what you believe is your unique quality, and I don't think that, you know, uh, being yourself is a bad thing. That's the most important thing, because, like you said, like at the end of the day, you know, you over here, you know, and it goes back to what I said about, you know, having somebody, you know, something happen to you and you going to work, and then not even just work. You know what I'm saying? It's having something happen to you and going to stream like that. You know, not every, you know, being able to be genuine with your community allows you not to have to sit there and say, oh, you know, well, I can't stream today, guys, because, you know, something had happened. You know, some people are not willing to share that much, or, you know, they stream, and then, you know, they might break down, but they you know, they can't really tell anybody or their community what happened because the community won't understand. So why are you not streaming? Why are you crying? Put more Tekken on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you know, being able to be genuine with the community, that way they can understand, like, okay, well, I'm taking a break today. I need a mental break, or I need a break in general because something happened to me, or, you know, being able to be, you know, open in community about what happened to you and getting that help that you can probably get, or not even help, but to have somebody to listen to you and whatnot, that you may not have in your daily life. Everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody has the family and the community, the friends that they can communicate that with. Like, nobody wants to go to a stream, obviously. Not everybody wants to go to a stream and have, you know, their streamer telling them about how terrible their life is and all this other things. Not off rip. You know, you gotta know this person a little bit more, you know, and
That's what.
so
Mm-hmm.
uh,
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know,
Mhm.
and that goes same way with, you know, viewers. You know, when a viewer coming to your stream, but like, ah, damn, you know, my dad died today. I'm very sad, you know, and blah 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 blah. Like, I get it. I appreciate you sharing that with me, but that's something that's something really big to be dropping on somebody you just met. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about how you handle those types of situations, and, you know,
Yeah.
being, like I said, being genuine with your community and being open about who you are as a person, that saves you so much energy and time doing stuff in terms of like content, because, you know, like you said, like, you're not you'll be over here crying in the bathroom just trying to get yourself together, eating your little can of tuna, and, you know, just to come back out, because eventually you're going to break. That is a breaking point eventually, because
Yeah.
having a facade, you know, you know, it reminds me of, you know, like this, like, unless you are an actor or actress, you know, that shit is really tough,
Mhm.
because being those types of people and having to be a different person all the time is ridiculous. And it reminds me of Michael B. Jordan when he played Killmonger in Black Panther. You know, he said that he really got into that mentality of this guy, that so much so that he was just so fucked up that he had to go to therapy about it, because he was just really, you know, he really was in there, and that's what, I mean, that's what acting's all about. portraying these characters and these individuals, and how they, people would expect them to be, especially the villains. I don't, and
Mhm.
this is why
But
I feel like a lot of people who play villains just play nothing but villains. It's hard to be in a good guy mindset. Like, you don't play the villain for all these years. You're an asshole. Everybody knows you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but that actually reminds me, Mike, of like you said, when you go to somebody's stream, there was this guy whose stream I used to go to, and every stream, Mac, like almost every stream, he was trying to get people to subscribe to him, but the way he was going about it, he was like, "Oh man," somebody would say, "Oh man, this is this." He's like, "Nah, man, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke." But I was looking at his stream and I was like, "Dude, he had a room dedicated to his streaming. He had three monitors. He had a PC." And he had all the stuff that some people don't even have. And he's like, "Oh, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke." But I'm like, dude, like, I get it. You want to get your subscribers up and this and that, but you preaching that you broke and stuff. But when you look around your stream, you're like, "Damn, this stuff looks better than what I got." And it's like,
I'm
come on, man.
See,
Come on.
at the end of the day, I
Come
still go along
on.
with this. Just because I got all this, don't mean that I'm not broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I have my three monitors. I'm still eating ramen noodles every day.
Mm-hmm.
I invest poorly. You
Yeah,
know,
but you're not on preaching every day that people to get them to subscribe. If y'all subscribe to me, help me out, help me get this, help me that. It's like, dude, just do your stream, and if people come and they feel you, and they'll genuinely say, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to this person." But I guess like you said, people, different type
mm-hmm.
of streamers. So, I'm not gonna knock the dude for whatever he's doing, but I'm just not going to watch his streams.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
it's
content
just
for everybody. People like assholes. You know what I'm saying? Some people like asshole streamers. They like the asshole content creators. The dude, like I think I don't remember who I said it to. I'm pretty sure I would keep repeating myself whenever I do have interviews. But there's always that one person on TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever it is, and they one of the best players of Call of Duty, and they always talking shit, and the best person of Fortnite. They always got, dude, look at what this guy was trying to do when he tried to sneak up on
yeah,
me, and they had this whole video clip like, "I'm not stupid, you're a fool," whatever, whatever. And that's what people like. I don't personally like it. I see it all the time, but that's not my type of content. I like humble people. I don't mind having, seeing good players be good, but
yeah.
you don't have to be an asshole about it. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
And I was gonna say, yeah, well, too. You always gotta remember too that there's always somebody out there better than you. You might have not just faced them yet, so there's somebody that's
Yeah,
gonna eventually humble you. And it's like, yeah, how many followers and this and that you got, and oh, you looking at this guy do that, but maybe he's new to the game. Maybe he's getting his, learning his practice in on the game to get better. But eventually, you're gonna get beat by somebody who you was like, oh, this person's trash, and they keep beating you. And
you're
now,
right.
what does that say
It's
about
so
you?
I
You
can't
know?
stand people that want to be the best all the time. Like, I don't mind being great at times. I like winning, but I don't want to be a winner all the time, because eventually you get to that point where everybody wants to see you fail, and that's what they hope and they want to see, because they want to see you crumble. That's their motivation. You keep winning, you keep winning, you keep winning, and you never fail. You're just gonna have more enemies than people that really want to care to watch your content to see you, win. And ain't no way that's nobody, these
Yeah,
people, these Fortnite streamers, these Call of Duty streamers have never gotten beat, but they have been able to, rework it a little bit to say, hey, I'm still one of the best Call of Duty players, but I can fail sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you will never
yeah,
find them posting their failures. You will find the person that got their ass on that one stream, on that one kill, post about how they did that. And that's what I be seeing too. I be like, oh, this person, this dude over here, he killed Tim the Tap Man, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And this dude over here killed Ninja. And they'll have a whole reel like, yeah, I killed Ninja. I did this, I did that. You're just gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be that type of person. You can I get my ass beat all the time. So, like I say, I play a lot of games. I ain't good at it. I ain't trying to be good. Um, what other hobbies or interests do you have outside of your Twitch streams?
Well, I've fallen off from it since I moved, but I'm getting back to it. One of my other hobbies is I love like working out. Like 'cause I always think you can't treat your body like you have another
Mm.
one in the trunk. So put in to fuel your body. Well, take care. You gotta take care of your body because
Right.
whatever you putting in is what you're gonna get out. So for me, one of my hobbies is well, I used to be heavy into comic books, but as I got older, I got out of that. Um, so like outside of Twitch, pretty like I'm a what is it? I'm an introvert most of the time. Like I just at home
Mhm.
chilling, watching anime, or doing something on the computer, watching YouTube. I just like I said, hungry for knowledge. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Yeah, I don't really do too much, yo. Like I'm very
Nah, you sound like I think. Well, who said that shit? I think it was Josh. Said he was pretty boring, but I mean, working out is always important. I ain't get there yet, but I've rising up, fallen from it. But just as much as you, and I was talking about this with Perp. Just as much as you put time and energy in your body, you gotta put time and energy into your mind as well. So mental health is important, just as much as body is, and you know,
yeah.
um,
A healthy mind feeds a healthy body,
right.
makes a healthy body.
And there's nothing wrong with not having, extroverted activities. I consider myself a pure introvert, and I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with staying inside and chilling and being in your safe space away from everybody. It doesn't make you less of a person. Doesn't make you less of a important. I guess you don't have to be out here running the streets, to be happy, I guess. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I still read comic books. I sure streamed yesterday when we was watching The Thing. I was like, this is all my DC comics I'm reading now. This is all this, and I read all on my phone. I don't give a fuck about I'm not a paperback person. Like I don't care about holding books.
paperback. So paperbacks ain't cheap anymore. So I can understand that. One other thing I will say is when the weather gets better, I'll start skateboarding again. So skateboard.
I don't know how to skateboard. I've never
Yep.
broken a bone in my body either, and I know as soon as I try,
Neither have I. But my boards, I don't have trick boards. I just have long boards. Those are just for cruising. So I'm not jumping over nothing. Somebody used to ask me, "Hey, what tricks are you doing to skateboard?" I say, "Not fall off. That's the trick. That's what I can do."
that's facts. Nobody got time for all that. I ain't trying to break no bones in my body doing something stupid. Um,
Tony.
I guess I asked that one already, technically. Let's see what. There's one person that asked a question. John asks, "Have you ever streamed while you were angry as fuck?"
um, no, nope. Usually when I stream, I'm always like relaxed and I'm ready to get engrossed in whatever I'm about to play and just chill. Like I've never gotten on stream and been like pissed off or mad. Like never. I don't know if I make it a thing not to be. I'm just never. I try not. I don't let things have a effect on me. Like work, I'll be mad at work, whatever. But once I clock out, I'm done. That's over there. Don't play my games, and that's it. But I've never really been like pissed off or angry playing
Mm.
streaming during stream.
I would say I have been upset about things, and I have let that, it really depends on what I'm not going to share, but like, I have been upset, but you wouldn't be able to tell. I would still be going throughout my stream being myself, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about that thing that's had made me upset. And I'm just like sitting there like, don't let it get to you. Don't let it bother you. Don't let the bad feelings come out during the stream. You want to be able to enjoy yourself. And then finally, eventually engross myself in the game enough where I'm not worried about it anymore, and then I'll deal with it after I finish streaming, especially if I have like I'm trying to keep this streaming schedule and whatnot because um you know at the end of the day I think for me, gaming has always been a certain type of therapy. I'm not in this
Yeah.
world that I'm in dealing with all the bullshit that I'm dealing with, and that's the greatness about games. For some reason, people say that video games make people violent, and I'm like, I've pulled a motherfucker back, spine out on Mortal Kombat, but she won't see me do that in real life. I'm just saying. But that's my therapy. I can't beat this motherfucker's ass, but I could beat Scorpion's ass or Sub Zero's ass. You know what I'm saying? But people's mentality and the way they think are always the same. They, I think a lot of people like to take the 1% and make it the entire percent. This one person's played
Mm-hmm.
GTA, they did all this in GTA, and now they play GTA and they did it in real life, so GTA must be the problem. It's not the 1%. Just because they have some mental disability that you may not be able to see or that they don't even know of doesn't mean anything. I think about slapping people every day. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like I'll be thinking it. I
Yeah.
look them dead in the eye, and then you've seen it in movies. Like that one little scene, and they could just go through and they punch the person in the face, and they go flashback, and they're like, "Oh, you okay?" That's me daily.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, I'm
Yep.
fine. But you done knock the motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, man, I don't think
No, I
like I said, I've been upset a couple of times, but it usually is my fault because I would either do something that I would find risky or with and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
and then I'm just like, oh well, I didn't get the same result. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been plenty of times when I've been upset um with like uh trying to like applying for Knockout City, for instance. Trying to get content, get creator, be a creative crew for Knockout City. I didn't get that shit. I've applied twice. That shit is ending now, so it doesn't really fucking matter to me. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That was Capcom Creative. Didn't get it at first. I'm gonna apply again, but I was like, y'all see all the Capcom games I played, like
right.
whatever, but whatever. So it's just like, oh, sometimes you just sit there like, well, I ain't get this, but it's like, I'm not even gonna knock it. It's gonna be other stuff, or if I can apply
Yeah, you
again,
just
I'll
can't
just apply
stop.
again and
You
leave it
can't
at that.
stop,
Yeah.
and you definitely got a lot of other people trying to do the same thing you're doing. And at the end of the day, I stopped caring about it.
Yeah.
I think I, I think I don't remember why I unfollowed them. Well, not unfollowed them, but I like got out of removed their Discord. I don't remember leaving their Discord, but I guess I was upset at one time. And I left it. I don't remember what happened, but um, yeah, when you got stuff happening to you and you just don't know what to do, but like just stream it out. You know what I'm saying? And it goes down to what I said before. Like you're not gonna be like, um, oh yeah, I didn't get my creator crew for Knockout City and Capcom didn't accept me for their content creation. I'm just such a terrible streamer and no one loves me. And it's just like, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna stream. And I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna keep making content because at the end of the day, that's what's important. And building your growth and all that other stuff, especially with in regards to that specifically. You know what I mean? Like, and you can you are a human being. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, um, you're gonna need a break. You're gonna need to be sad. You're gonna have a bad day at once in a while, maybe every day. I don't know what your life looks like. You know what I'm saying? You have great days. You're gonna have good days. You have middle days. You know what I'm saying? But you're just human, and your community has to be rooted so much so that when you deal with those types of things, they can help. They either help you deal with that by making your day better by being there and being involved with whatever your content that you're making, or being understanding enough to know that, oh, I need to take a break today. Today has not been a good day for me to say, okay, well, we are still going to be here tomorrow or whenever you come back to stream, and they will come back to your stream as if you never left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that in that regard, community is the community that you have and share is very
Exactly.
important. Um, because if you're not just making content and helping them, you know what I'm saying? You're also making content. You're making content for them, but they're helping you to grow and to succeed. So I think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
uh, I think that your community is doing a great job with that, and and you're doing a great job with doing the same thing for them. So that's always important. Um, we're on time, unlike Perp, but um, I'm trying to think because I technically asked all these questions, but not really. I didn't want to ask the same questions I asked the last time. Um, but I guess nobody else had a question for Dark, so I asked him the last question. You know, did you have a question for me? Like always.
Actually, I did. Do I remember the question? No, it's
Oh man, it's fun.
um, it was a fart, brain fart. Um, oh yeah, okay. Well, this is part of it. What is your biggest goal this year, stream wise, and within your content creation wise? So it's
Mm.
kind of like a twofer.
Dream wise, and in terms of my content creation, uh, my goal for my stream, I do want to. I think my biggest stream is I sat down and I looked at my numbers, like overall from my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitch, my YouTube, and I told myself that I was going to reach a certain amount of numbers before the end of the year. That was my big goal for like my content creation as a whole. Did I put the numbers that I wanted to achieve down yet? No, because I didn't want to put unrealistic numbers like I want to reach 1 million followers, and then I want to put something that was really soft and subtle. Like I want to have 100 followers by the end of the year on whatever platform. Like I wanted to have a mid ground, but I never really got to that. But overall, in terms of content, is like that's my biggest goal is to reach more people and excuse me, reach more people and just continue to grow so that I can start applying for different things like being content creator, a creator, and all this stuff for my brand, um, and make it more merch. I just it's hard to make merch by yourself when you got the only person that's trying to draw. I'm not trying to pay somebody $50 for a graphic to put on a shirt, and every time I sell a shirt, I gotta pay them money from that money that is just like we making like I gotta give like 50% to the company that's making the shirts, then I give 25% to the person that made the
Yep.
logo, and I'm only getting the 25%. That's just $1. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I to go off a tangent, I sold. I think I sold Dragon Ball Budokai something. I think it might have been that. I sold one of those fucking games. I sold it on eBay. I sent it to that person because I had no money at the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is like when I was like a teenager and I didn't really have money and I was just trying to get money and I was trying to sell shit I didn't need. They bought it and I said the shipping was gonna be free. So I paid for the shipping out of my own money,
Mm-hmm.
or I paid the shipping out of the money that they sent me, and then I sent it to them, and then it came back, and they were like, "I never got it," and then I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna send it back to you." Sent it back to them using the rest of the money that I needed to, I had made, and they got them thing, and I had made no money, and
Oh,
then
wow.
uh, eBay took like $1 out of my account to get their money because, like I said, I had no money at the time. And then after
So
that,
yeah, you,
I wasn't, I wasn't really. that type of person that would be looking at my bank account. So then one day I looked at my bank account. I'm over here in the negatives. I'm like, how the hell I get the negatives? I ain't had no money in the first place. So from that $1 eBay took, my bank was like, oh, well, you got no money in this, so we're just gonna keep paying. We're just gonna keep taking money out of your account until you pay this shit off. And I had to pay that shit back. I'm like, I didn't have money in the first place. So I had to go find a part-time
Yeah.
job, do some stuff to get that money back, and do all that. All because I wanted to sell one game and I didn't even get the money for it. So I basically lost so much money. But yeah, so never doing that again. I will never do that again. So that'll be for me with like general content creation in general. Streaming wise, I do want to stream more. I like you. I used to stream every day. 2021 was a stream every day type of thing. 2022 was like man, maybe might do it. And now I'm trying to get to the motion of I
Yeah.
do 3 days, or I do like at least 3 days. I do my Wednesday, third. Well, I do Tuesdays because movie night. I Wednesday and Friday, and then maybe Friday. Never Saturdays because my boss is different. Um, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually try to do Sundays, but I think I used to have Monday and Tuesdays off, and then I turned Tuesdays to movie nights, and then I had Monday. Anyway, so for me, for streaming wise, I need to get back to collabing with more people. I've been trying to do that, collabing with more people that I know and have known for a while, and just have it. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm I'm trying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, that was one of the biggest things because we have like 20 some people in OnlyFans, and I've only played like 6 or 7 or 8 people at once. Some of us have played at the same time. Some people have never played at all, but I know all these people. I talk to every day, but I've never played a game with them more than once. You know what I'm saying? So the was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday I played with Jason, and DJ. I never really played with before. I never played with Jason before, except for one time, I think. And, we all played once or twice. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. I played with the boys. And I'm trying to increase that. It's not just with people I know, but just more people that, I'll meet into the future as well. But collabing is different, Colt, because everybody has different schedules and all this other stuff. But as I always tell people, let me know when we're doing something. Let me know when you were trying to do something, and then I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got it. We played Overcooked with Perk the other day, and I finally took my PlayStation on. I ain't turned that shit on in like a couple of months now. That shit was been just sitting there. So I was like, is this shit gonna still run?
Like,
I mean, as I said, I'm broke. So if you want to pay for a PS5 for a brother, get me one. Y'all want content? Y'all want great content? Give me a PS5. Don't tell me, oh, it's cheap. It's all available now. I got to eat too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want PS5 content? Buy me one. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting to that point. But yeah, I would like to collab more with people. I obviously want to get my numbers up. I do want to reach like 1,000 before the end of the year. Like, I feel like that's a realistic goal for me. But I need to still do my 12-hour stream for my reaching 600 the first time. I gotta reach 600 so it actually matters. But I wanted to put more goal-oriented things into my streams for whenever I start achieving things. So like 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I have a stream for my 1,000 stream. I don't have 7, 8, 9, or 10. I mean, sorry. I don't have it for 7, 8, and 900. But my 1,000 stream is going to be one of the shittiest streams I've ever made because I don't want to do that shit. But to show my appreciation, I'll do it. It was another one. It was collaborations and making more content community friendly. In the sense that I'm doing more with my community. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started doing my own little, Thursday night fight nights. You know what I'm saying? We was playing Tekken for a bit, but obviously we playing Tekken on fucking PC. There's not a lot of games that have cross-play. So I'm stuck to
Mm-hmm.
playing on PC. I could have went to PS4, but I ain't wanna because I ain't turn that shit on for a month. I bought it. I bought it for cheap on PC, so I could play it on the go on my Steam Deck, and I could play it um at home and whatnot. I bought Strive. That's crossplay, but I haven't fucking touched it yet. So you'll probably see me on Strive, but I'll be ass. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Don't expect anything from me.
Yeah.
I got Strive. I bought Street Fighter 5 as well, but that's not crossplay as far as I know. I had
uh, yeah, we can play PS5 on PlayStation and PC.
Well, you
Yeah.
might see me on that then, but I'm gonna be asked because I I ain't touched that shit either. I touched it once, so well, once recently. So I'm trying to do more of that. Like I want to for my audience, my viewers to feel like they are also included into the stream, and just finding the games and so forth that will allow me to do that. Um, and not everybody is uh an active viewer. A lot of people are lurking viewers, so you're not going to get all that. So it really depends. That's
Yeah.
basically it. What I'm trying to do. It's a lot. There's a lot I'm trying to do, and that's just with that.
I mean, it it's a lot, but it's a lot within the in your realm of capabilities. It's attainable. Like you said, it's not some absurd where it's like, oh, I want to reach 1,500 subscribers and 5K followers
Yeah.
within the year. Giveaway to try to get all that within a year. I mean, but then there are some people that grind and for whatever the powers be, stuff like that just falls on them, and they get what they. I know I'm not one of those people, so I'm happy with what I get, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and try to improve where I feel I need to improve and can improve, and then just like you said, I always want to be where I want to give more to the viewers other than them just
Mhm.
sitting and watching. So I try to throw things in, like I throw stream stickers in. Yes, yeah, it's $1, but it's just something people could throw in the stream and like they can interact with the stream and stuff. But it's like you are limited to what you can find, and like you said, we not trying to break the bank, or we're not trying to we stretching the
Mhm.
dollars as is already, so you can do
Right.
it within your budget.
No, that's always important. I mean, my
Yeah.
my for my 12-hour stream specifically, like I have a couple of things that I don't want to do, but they are achievable and ability to help push that whole thing. Especially with you know playing on PC, unlike somebody. My they have an ability to they have an ability. Like I made it, or I'm making it so that they can interact. So, you know, not really. I don't want us to call it self promotion, but or about the stream because it ain't happening yet. But like for specifically like Fall Guys, I use a bot, the Mix It Up bot on my PC, and what it does is
Mm-hmm.
it does a lot. It's a bot, but it's on your computer type bot. It does a lot of things. It's very interactive. And one thing is like it allows people to be able to control your computer and stuff like that. So like my one of my things is if I'm playing Fall Guys, you know, for my thing is like for an hour, my chat can control my game. So if I'm playing Fall Guys and chat puts in exclamation point jump and I'm not supposed to be jumping at that part, I'm gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So like they're able to interact in that way. Or if I'm going right and they want to go left, and everybody's spamming left, and my character's trying to go this way, and I'm trying to go that way. It's just to keep that interactiveness with my stream for my
Yeah,
viewer to make it fun for them. So that's something that
yeah,
PC players could do that would be beneficial for a lot of people. I'm pretty sure console players can't do that, but I'm not saying nothing. I'm cool. You do what you gotta do at the end of the day. But we pretty fun over here for the community.
About that. I think I left the oven on. I'll be right back.
No, no. You find your uniqueness and whatever you want to do and feel comfortable
Yeah,
doing in the along the future. And it's always good to take risks. I talked that about with Perp
yeah,
before. Taking risks is important because you never know what's going to happen. And as you said, like even if you fail, you get a lesson from that, and you just keep going. So whether that is being a PC gamer or finding something like I didn't really like Xbox controllers, but then I got on a PC and I was like, I don't like mouse and keyboards, so I'm just going to be stuck. Like I could play
yeah,
with my PlayStation, but it's a PlayStation controller, but it ain't the same. So I'm just like, shit. I'm just gonna have it's gonna be Xbox all day, right? For right now. So you know,
yeah. Go what you're comfortable with. But yeah, you do. Yeah, you gotta take a risk and try something different that you may not be used to doing, and you never know. You might actually like it, or you might not like it. But there's an aspect of it that you do like.
mhm,
Now you can take that out
mhm.
and use that. So it's like, okay, I didn't like doing the hot tub stream, but I did like this, and then taking in, and that's how you learn
Right.
and do different things in your stream.
Yeah, because
So
not everything will work, at first, or you might have to, tweak it a little bit. Everything may not work just the way you want it to. You might want to add something. You might want to lose something.
yep,
Everybody's little thing is different. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, taking risk is important. Um,
yeah,
are you streaming today?
right. Uh, not today. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. What am I playing tomorrow? I don't even know what the hell I'm playing. I'm playing something tomorrow because I'm supposed to be. I went and opened my mouth and gave myself a challenge and said, "Oh, I'm playing 200 games before the year is up." And I'm at 159. So I still that don't seem like it's that far, but it is when it comes to platinum games because one, I don't play. Well, I guess I'm not knocking anybody. I don't play easy games where it's like, oh, you can platinum this game in an hour. I'll play those hard games where you got to go through on the hardest setting and you only can use one gun or you only got to punch everybody. And meanwhile, they're shooting at you. So it's even
Mm-hmm.
more of a challenge. So I got a hard road ahead of me with that, but I feel I can achieve it. I just have to dedicate myself to doing it. So each game I'm playing during stream, I have to be with some goal of okay, I'm getting 10 trophies today in this game, so I can,
I've only, I, I,
we
I
don't
only
see.
got one platinum trophy in my lifetime, and that was Prototype 2. That was the one game and the only game I've ever platinum. There's been a couple that I've like, you only need to do just a little bit here, and I could do it. But no, I'm not doing that. Um,
This is what started my platinum.
mm,
Dead Space. This is what started my platinum in games. So back in the day, 14 years ago, I was playing this and I fell in love with this game so much that I was like, what else can I do after I beat it? Like, what else is there? And then it was like, oh, hard mode. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do the hard mode. Then I was like, what else can I do in this game? Because I'm really enjoying it. I want to keep finding new things in the game that keep bringing me back. And it was like, oh, platinum. I was like, what the hell is that? And it's like, oh, you gotta get all these trophies, and then you get the platinum. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, and boom,
mm.
this got me on the
I
grind.
don't I don't know I don't remember my first platinum, not my first trying to achieve platinum, but I would definitely say Dead Space 2 was definitely the one of the ones I was trying to achieve, but I just couldn't do it because they only gave me 3 saves, and now they could give you one, and I'm just sitting there like, you know.
Yes, this
Like
space is sitting here in front of
they
me.
understand this, we pulled out Dead Space, got a little box and fucking got a little bag of games, like, oh yeah, here's this game. Got 3 out
Free.
too. Goddamn. Um, I yeah, because Dead Space 2 is one of the games that I really felt that way because it's definitely one of my favorite horror game series of all time. And I was trying to platinum that. I tried to the hardest difficulty on two. I was trying to get the little finger gun. Um,
I'm gonna pew, pew, pew.
I was trying,
That
but I
gun is
couldn't
dope.
because I kept
That's sick.
I kept dying to the last boss, and then I had to start because where
Damn.
I saved it was like four
Damn.
or 5 hours back. I'm like, no. And every time I died, I was like,
Yeah.
shit. And I just never finished it.
Uh,
So I was just like, I mean, I could probably try to do it again now, but like, why would I do that? I'm just like, I could try. But
you gotta be hyper focused in there in that game, cause especially part two, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I at first when I was going for it, I made it to a certain point. I was like, oh, let me just save here, and then I made it real far, and I died, and I was like,
I've I've
but
seen
then I
that.
said, you know,
I've seen that unskippable first scene so many times. Trying to get to the right
yeah,
part because that shit is a fucking long ass game. Ah, I can't. I was so mad. It's like, hello, Isaac. Like, no, not again. Shut the fuck up. And you can't skip it. And you gotta do it all over again. So I had to pinpoint like, okay, this is like 8 hours in. I'm gonna save here, and then I'll do a couple hours here, or try not to die, and then do that. And then my last save was just, I saved in such. I saved in. I don't remember where I saved specifically. I know the area. I think I saved like right when you meet the um, immortal necromorph for the first or second time, or one of the last times, and they chase you through the space station. You can't. You have no choice but to run, and I had to run past him, jump and fly around trying to get to other parts of the ship. And it was a lot. And I'm like, okay, cool. Here we go, fighting all these little tiny motherfuckers, shooting this motherfucker, trying to shoot the glowing thing in the middle so I can beat this game, and then bam, die. Back to that part 6, 7, 8 hours later, before. Stressed.
you know, it did. I got killed at the door. I got killed by a door. You had to go up in the door, but you had to stasis the door so that it would go. I thought I stasis it, but my stasis duration wasn't long. So when I got up in there, it just threw it out and clipped me in half. I was like,
Yeah, that sounds like Dead Space in a nutshell. Oh man, but I appreciate you, Dark. Thank you for coming back to the interview. Um, as he said, he's gonna be
nah,
streaming tomorrow, and whatever that is, you know, it'll be whatever he wants it to be. I'm going to stream in a
yeah,
second. Um,
nah, nah,
so
nah,
I hope that everybody
nah.
had a good time. Hope you learned something. Like I said, like everybody that I've interviewed is different in their own little ways, and everybody's the same. And I haven't met anybody that was really shitty type of people. They don't care about the community. They just want the money. Fuck all that other shit. What's content creation? Fuck the community. Stuff like that. So everybody has their little bit of tidbits of knowledge. I'm learning certain new things, and trying to eventually apply those things to my own content creation as well. But as I said, everybody is different. Not everybody's advice works for the same person. The way you grow, the way you grew, the way that you made it to where you are may not be the same way that somebody else can make it to the top too, because they may not have that personality, they may not have the patience, the time, the energy, whatever it is. Everybody's different. So, but it's also always good to have different, unique, different ways of doing things. And it goes along to what I said about having uh, doing YouTube University and having someone explain something to you in 10 minutes and having somebody explain something to you in an hour. The short version
Yeah.
is you get you there, but also the longer version might help you
Mhm.
understand, how to do this thing, why they do it this way. Maybe there's other ways to do it as well. They might have added that in there. And they add a little this and
Mhm.
that, but they give you a little bit more information. So everything is always different. It's always easy. It's so much when it comes to gaining
Right.
gaining knowledge and growing with content creation and all that other stuff. But again, I appreciate you. I hope that you have a great night and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, man. Have a good
Always,
time.
always. And we
Yeah, man.
definitely have to collab again soon. I don't know what. I have
Yeah.
fighting games now that I can actually
Mhm.
cross play. So
You don't have to fight a game, something, whatever.
Right.
We'll find something. So it don't have to
I,
be a
I,
fighting
I,
game. I'm
until
down.
I get a PS5, ain't no new games going to that motherfucker. When I play, like I said, when I played Alien Fireteam with your ass, I'm not play, I'm over here playing PS1 graphics. I'm over here looking at your stream. You over here got pristine, everything shiny and shit, and I'm over here looking like over here looking like Tomb Raider boobs from PS1. Like what the fuck? All pixelated and jagged and shit. Like I can't even enjoy the
Tony.
game. Like I did get it. I did get it on
Oh
PC and it
man.
looks much better. So I'm like, I'm not buying no more new games on the PS4. This shit is old, is outdated, is gone. If you still buy PS4 games, y'all got a problem. I did buy one PS4 game, but that was only because I was going up. I did buy one game but I thought I was going to play with somebody, and fuck, what's that game called? The last Dark Pictures, the anthology, one of those super massive games. Um, I forgot what it was. It was the one with the werewolves, but whatever it was called. You said what? No,
The devil
the one
in
before that,
devil in
that
me.
one, because they had to come out at the same time. It was it's the one with the werewolves. So the one before that one.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of that one.
I
The
forgot.
I
I
thought I was going about to say, but it's not the village.
I forgot.
It alludes, but
Yeah,
I know
I
what you're talking
forgot. I
about.
could, man. I could look it up like really quick and uh, uh
The quarry.
yeah, the
The
quarry.
quarry.
Yeah, I just saw it. But yeah, the quarry. Like I was supposed to play with somebody, but we didn't end up getting to play. So it was just like, okay, well, I still played it.
Well, if I get it, I'll let you know.
I played it on stream. I didn't play it on stream. I played it on by myself. It was okay. Um,
Uh,
no one saw me play it, but I had it. So, but I didn't get to play it. I did play The Devil in Me. I bought it on PC, so
mhm.
that shit happened. Anyways, yes, I hope that you have a great one, my friend. And we shall see each other again soon. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna get that done. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope y'all get y'all some food.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for being here. And hope y'all learned something. And if you were late and you didn't see the whole thing, I'll definitely try to post it on YouTube tomorrow. I did perp today. I was supposed to do it yesterday or the day before yesterday, but I forgot. But downloading shit is difficult. And I be at work downloading shit on my computer, uploading shit on my computer. Like I use an app on my phone called TeamViewer that allows me to remotely control my computer from my phone, and that's what I use to download shit. And then I upload it through my computer browser and all this other stuff, and then I edit on my phone and shit like that. I be doing a lot.
Life of a
I be doing a
content
lot.
creator,
Nobody
man.
understands my struggle.
Y'all are behind the scenes, the intricate stuff you got to do to, maneuver this, to clip this with that, and
Mm-hmm. No
yeah.
one, no one
So,
knows, but they want that content. I'm trying though. Uh, mhm.
see the end product. Mm-hmm.
But you have a good one, my friend. You have a good night. Again, everybody have a great night. I will see y'all either in a couple of minutes or I will see y'all later. I hope that y'all eat well, sleep well, stay safe out there on the street, stay blessed, and peace.